Hello, my YouTube subscribers and my newcomers. Thank you so much. Please click like, share, and subscribe so that I can come back with more commentary regarding various topics that I will be bringing to you. This is the Real News Talk Show. So yes, I definitely like bringing you real news. I'm about the truth and I'm about the real deal. And basically, it's stories that would be pertaining to myself, or stories that I'm actually sure about because it's already out and it has been already out there, and maybe you didn't hear about it. So I'm bringing you real news talk, and today my topic is about the little girl, Cupcake Kamille McKinney, the little girl that's 3 years old that's still missing in Alabama. I'm going to bring you what I feel that possibly could have happened to that beautiful little girl. Cupcake, where are you? Where are you, baby? Where? Who has that baby? And you know what, you guys, I want you to know that when I smile on the camera, it's because of the fact that I was born with a smile. Because I've had people on my page and they would say, well, you're talking about this and that, but you're smiling. Well, if you look at all of my videos, if you look in the background, here I have that picture right there in the background. If you see that, I'm smiling. And also I want to show you this so you can see that it's the real deal. I smile on everything. This is a book I wrote, The Seventh Sibling, by me. That's me there. That's me. Everywhere you see, you're going to see my teeth. You're going to see my smile. And also, I'm going to show you where the first page of my book, The Seventh Sibling, there I am smiling. See? Can you see it? Same smile. See? So that's me, you guys. So the reason I smile, you can see I was born with one. I'm in a diaper. Someone gave me those two little, I think it was a nickel. See the little change sitting in the chair, and I'm smiling just as happy. So I smile. I was smiling there in a big family chair with just the little coins that I was given. It wasn't $1, but I was still smiling, and I was happy, and I was posing for the camera just like I am. As you see in the background, you see my same arms, and somehow they chose that pose with my arms up in the air like an angel over the water. And that picture was taken there in the background in Miami Beach, Florida. And that is Good Housekeeping magazine, the largest magazine in the world. I was chosen for that because of my smile. So when I talk about topics that are serious, I may smile because I really have no idea that I'm doing it. I just showed you the evidence, the picture of me with the baby, posing like I am in that picture with my arms out. I'm always, you notice I move my arms a lot. Well, anyway, that baby is missing because I feel that someone close, you guys, have to know where Kamille Cupcake McKinney is. And let me tell you why I feel that it's someone close. And normally it is. If it's not an uncle, it's a cousin, or it's a friend, it's a neighbor, it's a yard man, or, you know, it's always somebody close. Because for them to know to go at that particular time to get her. You see what I'm saying? How could somebody just pop up and choose that baby, choose her, and she was actually playing with another baby? Why didn't they choose the other baby? That's common sense. Why didn't they take both of them? It showed on the video 2 little girls. They were playing outside. And why did they choose Cupcake? Why? They didn't take the other baby. So it had to be someone that knew her. It had to be. And I bet you those investigators are looking at someone close. It was just like that Brittany Boyne's case when Malia Davis came up missing. It was that father, Darian Vince, who's in jail now, that took that baby and dumped her. It was that, the mother's boyfriend, fiance or whatever. That stepfather took that baby in a garbage bag and dumped her on the side of the road like she was garbage. Why are they doing that to our children of tomorrow, you guys? Why? Is it for ransom money? Huh? Is it for drugs? You owe somebody? Huh? Is it because you did somebody wrong and they're going to come after your child? Huh? Is it for sex trafficking? Huh? These are questions in the back of not only my mind, but many people's mind. What is going on and where is Cupcake? It's someone that knows something, and it's someone close. Because if you really, it's a no-brainer. Why would someone on the video not choose the other little girl that Cupcake was playing with? It could have even been a little boy. A little girl or a little boy, could have been either one of them, and they chose Cupcake. And why? Why? Why did they choose Cupcake? Huh? Tell me. I want to know. So I made a video, and I got a comment because I said when the father did an interview, you guys, and that was just my take on it. When that father did an interview, and I said I didn't see tears at that time. Now maybe later on, or maybe he did another video, maybe he did tears, but that particular time I didn't see any tears. And he said, on that tape, he said, why would somebody 50 want a little girl? And I said to myself, he said, why would somebody 50, what would they do with a little girl? I'm wondering, like, well, how did he know they were 50 that took her? So I'm not saying that father did it, so don't get mad at me, you people, whoever that was that left me that comment. I'm not saying that father did it. All I'm saying is I didn't see tears from him. All I seen was him say, I'm gonna get my baby back, if that's the last thing I do. But I didn't see any tears when he was saying it. That's what I'm saying. And this was when it first happened. Normally when something first happened, people are very distraught. They're just irate. I mean, I know I would be if it was my baby. And then so they said, well, everybody have different emotions. Of course everybody have different emotions. But that's an emotion you can't control when it's your child. That's an emotion that you can't control. It was just like that Brittany Boyens case. When Brittany Boyens was not showing those emotions, she was on the phone playing and talking to her girlfriends when her baby was missing. That was horrific. And so this is why everybody said that they thought that Brittany Boyens had her hands in the murder of Malia Davis, her daughter. And I met someone personally that was the father, was kin to the father, the father's side, Malia Davis' father. Someone close that told me that the family was very upset at Brittany, and her mother even stopped talking to her. Now, this is Real News Talk Show, and I'm not lying to you about it. This is what I was told. Now, whether it was true or not, because I don't know the people, it's just talk. It's what I heard. And actually, the person was at my sister's house, and we were talking about the situation, and the person told me that Brittany Boyens, she's always whooped that little girl. And that it was more Brittany Boyens' doings than Darian Vance, because Darian Vance's mother had custody of the child. And the reason that father couldn't do anything, because I was wondering, well, why didn't that father go over there? And when he went there, why didn't he take Malia Davis with him when he took his son home? And the stepfather said she had a cold, flu, and he wouldn't let the baby go. And she said, yeah, because the stepfather's mother had control when CPS was involved. Who took the baby in? It was Darian Vance's parents, not Brittany Boyens. I was like, oh, because I was wondering why come he didn't take his baby away from that man when he went to that house. It's because Darian Vance's parents had control. CPS let Darian Vance's mother take control. So actually, he had to go along with the program, whether it was his kid or not, because the kid was taken from him and Brittany Boyens. So, you see, so it's a lot of stuff still going on with that case, too, just like Cupcake, back on Cupcake. I feel that it's someone that knows something, because how would they know to go and get Cupcake at that particular time and didn't take the other child that they showed? The cop showed the video. You all seen it. It's all online, YouTube. Pull it up. video, two little kids outside playing. A man passed by, and then later after that, they said after that, Cupcake disappeared. Why didn't they take the other child unless Cupcake was pointed out to them, someone that knows somebody, and they gave Cupcake up to that particular person? The other child didn't go. I mean, that just came to me. I'm like, is something wrong? And you know, people are selling babies for sex trafficking. They're selling them for all kinds of stuff and treating babies like they are nothing at all. Nothing at all. Babies never had a chance from the time, a lot of them when they were born, they never had a chance. These babies are being made in sperm banks and, you know, embryos and implanted in people and for money. And oh man, these babies is really something with babies. And for the love of money, babies are being sold from the sperm banks. Babies are being sold from the people. Babies are being sex trafficked through parents. Babies are being abused and killed by their own parents nowadays. What is really going on? But all I want to know right now, just like I did with the Malia Davis stories, where is that beautiful little girl? And who gave her up? Didn't nobody just pass by there and just, no. Because really, if it was a child predator just running around the area, don't you think they would have took that other baby that was shown on that video? Don't you think the police think the same way? Why didn't they take the other child? You don't take one child and you got two available? Oh, no. They took Cupcake because it was somebody that knew Cupcake that gave her up and told them when to go and pick her up, where she was playing at, and who she was playing with, what she had on, so that they would know the right one to get. And people got mad at me because I said I did not like the father's interview because I did not see him crying and feeling the pain that I even felt, and it wasn't even my child. And that's all I said. And they broke down on my page and left a comment like, well, everybody have different expressions and this and that and that and this and that and this. You can't help it when it's your child but to have a deep sorrow. And it has to show because it's natural. That's a natural parent instinct. Unless somebody's crazy, that is natural. You got to be, even a crazy person would be crying for their baby. Because I remember when that girl, remember the Kamille Mobley little girl, when her mother, that baby was stolen. That girl was 15 years old when she had Kamille Mobley, and that woman that's doing, I think, 15, 16 years right now in prison for going in that hospital, taking that 15-year-old girl baby, and that girl, 15 years old, broke down like, I want my baby. Oh, she stole my baby. I want my baby. Where's my baby? My baby, my baby. And she was a baby herself. Now, how in the hell a grown-ass parent can't feel what she felt when she was a baby? Tell me. So whoever and whatever they said, I still say a parent, a father, or a mother should show some form of something. But just straight talk, I'm gonna find her, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm mom. Where are the emotions? That's all I'm saying. Click down if you want to. Those are my own honest opinions of how I feel about it. And everybody, you, and the father have a right to feel any damn way they want to. But those are my feelings. Most parents should have emotions. It's just another way, like another thing, like Tatiana, who was killed by the cop in Fort Worth. Even her daddy had emotions for her, and he went and stopped their funeral because all these other people were trying to get money off of GoFundMe off of his daughter, and he stopped it. He had emotions for his daughter. Plain and simple. So it's someone that knew that child. It was a family member, allegedly, the way I feel, a friend, family, someone close, a neighbor, someone close, to know where that baby was and to tell whoever went and picked her up where to go get her. And they wanted Cupcake. They wanted Cupcake because they didn't take the other child that she was playing with on the video that the cops showed the world. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know because I've seen it from the police. A child playing with another child, and only Cupcake was the one that was taken. Call it like you want, but I'm telling you what I saw, and the world saw it. Everybody have their own opinions, but there's no way two children gonna be playing and somebody's just gonna pick one of them. And it happened to be Cupcake? No, I don't think so. That's not a coincidence. That is planned. Now, whether it was for ransom money, whether it was for a bill somebody owed, whether it was for drugs or sold for sex, Cupcake was kidnapped by somebody that knew somebody in that family. I'm just going to tell you the truth, how I feel about it. This is Real News Talk Show, so please click like, share, and subscribe, you guys, so that I can come back with some more commentary on Real News Talk. And yeah, I was shocked because I'm like, I had one comment on a video because you know I'm just starting this channel here, this new channel, and so I had one comment, and here I am trying to build my subscribers. I'm not trying to dog people. I'm just telling you how I feel, just like everybody else on their page is telling how they feel. This is the way it is. It's all out there in the world. It's everything in the world. Just like that pastor, David Wilson out there, and he had sex with a woman in the church. And this stuff is just, it's out there. So for someone to get mad and to click and put a negative comment on my page because of how I feel about the interview with the father, I still feel that way. I still feel that way because I didn't feel what I wanted to feel from him, and so that was my feelings. Cupcake, somebody knew somebody because they did not kidnap the other little kid on the video. You guys, didn't you see it? Two little kids just playing. How could somebody just disrupt a kid's life and just take them like that? And how did they know she was outside playing? Somebody probably called and said, Cupcake's outside, you can go get her now. Or if somebody owed somebody money, someone could have said, I'm just going to wait and watch when that baby come out and go get her since I didn't have my money. It's all kind of things that could have possibly happened. Could have. I'm just saying that when they took one kid and didn't take the other, that leads me to believe that is someone that really pointed out Cupcake. And it's all going to come out. I'm not telling you anything that you didn't see on the video, but I was really outdone when somebody left that comment saying, well, everybody have different expressions. The father had a different expression. I said to myself, he damn sure did. Because the expression he had, it wasn't for me. I have a father too, you know. And I know how my father get if somebody looked crazy at us. His expression would totally let people know that that is my father. And I wasn't dead. I wasn't kidnapped. But he still had an expression to let you know that is my child. Bottom line. This is the Real News Talk Show, and I was raised the real way. And then they said, and you even smiling while you're talking about it. I smile because I'm a smiler. I was born with it, and I'm going to die with it. And I've helped a lot of people with it. I'm smiling here on my book I wrote. I'm smiling inside. So whoever that was, if they see it, they can see why I smile. I was a little girl like Cupcake on this picture with a smile. And my daddy, if I came up missing, the world would see the expressions on his face. So I'm just going by how I was raised and the kind of father I had. Now, maybe everybody have different fathers, but oftentimes you see people crying over their kids, mothers and fathers. Like I said, the girl, that Kamille Mobley, she was 15 years old, and her mother cried like a baby. Cried, I want my baby, I want my baby, I want my baby. My daddy, if somebody did us something wrong, boy, he'd be like, oh no, oh no. And you're gonna see some crazy expressions. But for a father to just be talking, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my cupcake. Everybody loved Cupcake, and Cupcake was a beautiful girl. Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna search, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna get her. All of that was fine. That part I liked. The expression part I didn't like because I didn't see one. Okay? So they can say what they want to say, because I had a daddy too that showed expressions and I wasn't even kidnapped. Why did they choose Cupcake instead of the other child? There's more to the story, you guys. It's a lot more to the story. Where is Cupcake? Is she been used for a sex slave? People use kids for all kinds of different ways. But I'm thinking, in my mind, if she was used for a sex slave, why didn't they take the other kid for a sex slave? You know, back in the days, it used to be where people would kill somebody's kids and go in and tear up their whole house because if they owe them money or something like that. This world has really gotten crazy. Even if it wasn't the father, the mother, or whoever, but if somebody close to that child, owed somebody money and they know that love was in that child, that could be a reason. All I know is she was pointed out. She was handpicked. Cupcake. It was like straight out, I want Cupcake, because they didn't take the other child that was on the video, you guys. You saw it. The cops had it for everybody to see, because they're trying to identify that man that was walking past those kids when they were playing. Unbelievable. It was 2 kids. It wasn't just Cupcake. And they asked the cops, they said, well, are you sure that was Cupcake? And he said, yes, we're sure. And that was the last time when that man walked past, and he's a person of interest. Oh, it's not over. Because there's a God. And just like he revealed that tape with Darian Vance walking out with Malia Davis in a basket on the camera, taking that baby out to go dump her body on the side of the road like she was trash. So they treat kids like they're nothing. Kids didn't ask to come here. Even the sperm bank kids get treated better than that. And they was bought from a sperm bank. And they don't even know who their other parent is. And they treat it like, oh, a dog be treated better than that. You don't do no kids like that. That Cupcake didn't ask to come here. And you know what, you guys? Nobody knows what went on before Cupcake was kidnapped either. Just like that little Malia Davis girl, that's why CPS had gotten involved, because nobody knows what that little girl had been going through. Nobody knows. And with all this sex trafficking and stuff, like I said, with these little kids, porno, they've been busting doctors with porno with children on their sites and stuff, going online. They've been busting doctors, lawyers, judges. Look at that man. Remember the subway man? What was his name? Jeremy or Gerard or something like that. Gerard or something. He was that subway man that had lost all that weight on Subway, and they would have his picture in there. He was married with a family and had all this porno stuff going on with kids. You can't trust nobody around your kids. And sometimes you can't even trust the parents because they can't trust themselves, which is sad. Which is sad. It used to be like my mother would watch girls. Well, you don't let no girl sit on no man's lap. Well, now you can't let a little boy sit on no man's lap neither. That stuff goes all kind of which ways. It's really sad. So you see, I'm still smiling. Whoever that was that said you're smiling and you're talking about her if it's this and that, and how come you're smiling? And I was born with it, and I'm gonna die with it. I have smiled and helped a whole lot of people that was down one day, and they smiled, brightened their day. Cupcake had a beautiful smile too. You know what I'm saying? She had a beautiful smile. That was one pretty little girl, just like Malia Davis. These kids did not ask to come here for these nuts to randomly take them off the planet of the earth, you guys. So let's pray for the family. I pray for the father. I pray for the mother. And all the people that love Cupcake, just like we all did Malia Davis. Remember that, you guys? Everybody loved Malia. You remember that? And we prayed for her. And then God ended up letting that tape come out. You see what I'm saying? Where they were able to pinpoint Darian Vince, found out where he took the body, and all the other people that were involved and surrounding it, and they still investigated. It could take a year, it could take 2 years, it was just like a case here in Houston. It was a man, actually I know a girl that knew the facility where this little baby was left on a van and he died. And the parents had tried for years and years and years to have this baby. Finally, they had that baby, and that little boy was left on the bus after a field trip, and he died because they didn't go back and double check the bus. The bus driver should have made sure that all these children. So they never knew what was going to happen with that case because nobody was charged. The case had just went cold, like you don't hear anything on the news media. Just like that A.J. Armstrong story, the story of the young man that supposedly had shot his parents and put pillows over him, and the case went deadlocked or something like that, mistrial. But guess what? They're having another trial. Just like that other case with that little boy that died on that bus. Guess what? A year later, they charged that man. See, it could be a long time before they come up with a charge. And all of a sudden, they're going to catch you. Remember the man that was out raping all these women? I think he was the worst serial rapist there was. That man had got by for years and years and years and years, and you never get away. You never get away. And so now his last years, they're in prison. He's going to die in there, or are they going to do I think he got 3 or 4 life sentences. So he thought he had gotten away, and he actually thought that what he did was right. He remembered everything the women had on, every color, their hair, their height, and he went after all the women that he felt that nobody really cared about. But you know who cared about them? God Almighty. That's who cares about you. And that little girl Cupcake was nothing but an angel like Malia Davis. And that's why that video showed Darian Vince walking out with her, just like it's going to show more. They may have an ace in a hole, and whoever that was that took Cupcake, they just don't know. They're going to get slam dunk because they wait and they come really like a little creep in the night and get you. When you least expect it and you think that you have gotten over it, oh, nobody can escape God. He sits high and he looks low. And I don't know why people don't know that now. They should know you can't get by. That's crazy. But anybody that think that they can do wrong and get by with it before they leave this earth, that's not happening. I'm sorry. So they may as well just go ahead and turn themselves in. I always put parables when I talk because this is real news talk show. So don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Just like that Felicity Huffman, how she went on and admitted pleaded guilty, so she did 14 days in jail for doing that scandal of getting her daughter in college. And that other woman, that Lori Loughlin, she's going to end up getting 40 years for trying to stick to the wrong that she did. What's in the dark going to come to the light. She's going to have to pay when she could just go ahead and plead guilty. And this other lady, Felicity, that Desperate Housewives star, will be getting out in 14 days because she told the truth. The longer you lie, the more you're going to have to pay. So whoever got Cupcake, they need to go ahead and let her go. For some reason, I don't feel like they killed Cupcake right away. I think Cupcake was for money. I mean, that's just my true feelings. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I feel like it was something dealing with money because of the fact they didn't take that other kid on that tape. Now, if Cupcake would have been by herself and they would have broken her house, or something like that, and took the baby out, I still probably would have felt it was ransom, but not as much as I do when I saw on that tape, the cop showed that tape where she was playing with another child and they didn't take that child. That's all I got to say about this show. So whoever can say whatever they want to say, because all I'm going to do is delete the page or report it as a spam. Because if someone get upset and you are in the best interest of a child, then the negative comment should be 0. That's the way I look at it. It should be 0. Because it's people's opinion. Or it should be, if I left a negative comment on someone, I would say, ma'am, it's not true. I love my daughter. Something to that sort. But to retaliate and to say you smiling and you this and that and everybody have their different opinions and da-da-da-da-da, I would say, I would show sympathy. I would say, I would still be grieving too hard to be trying to say anything negative about trying to find a baby that was kidnapped, taken for ransom, taken for sex trafficking, or whatever the case may be. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't say nothing negative other than let's find her. Let's find Cupcake. Or I didn't show emotions because I don't have any to show. Or I've already shown. But not to say, oh, everybody have their own. Like I say, I have a father too. And he'll show his emotions to anybody when he was living at any damn time they get out of line with one of his girls. Because he was crazy about his girls. It was 5 girls and 3 boys, and I am the 7th sibling. And I had a daddy too. And while I was living, he had emotions. So I don't want to hear about nobody not having no emotion for their child, and especially if the child is missing. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't feel that one. Just like people worldwide couldn't feel the Brittany Barnes not having the sympathy for her daughter online playing with her friends, and when they asked her, had you talked to Malia Davis when you was out of town, and she was like, I can't answer that. And everybody was like, well, why couldn't you answer it? That was your child. All you had to say was yes or no. You was answering every damn thing else. So when it comes to your child, I just can't see nobody not having no emotions. Can you? I can't. Only way I could see somebody in my mind not having emotions, unless there was something going on and they know that where she is, or if, who got her or why they got her. Because oftentimes it'd be some serious stuff going on and nobody never knows what's happening in the background of other people's lives. You never know. Somebody can just come and take a child away, and it's because of something somebody else did to make them do that. For money. It's all, you know what? Everything happens when it's always about money. For the love of money is the rule of all evil. And my videos are the real news talk. I am concerned about our children of tomorrow. And where is Cupcake? A 3-year-old beautiful little girl. That's very painful. That hurts the world. So this is why I was saying, with the emotions of the father when he said, what would a 50-year-old man want a little girl for? Of course that would have hit me. It would hit anybody. Like, well, how do you know they're 50, they got her? You know, he could have been talking about the people that they arrested, but unless you know for sure that they have them, you can't identify an age with the kidnapping of your daughter unless you know that the person is 50 that have her, until it is proven that that particular man got her. So that's all I'm saying. When it's proven that man got her, then they can say, but he didn't look 50. I don't think, the guy that they showed. I think it was a guy and a girl. All I know, it was something to it because they didn't take the other child. So I'm going to end it with that, you guys. So please click like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be coming back with more. Thank you for tuning in to the Real News Talk Show.